Hello and welcome to another episode of the Slip Cordon. This week I'm joined by Cricket Leinster Development Officers Brian O'Rourke, Fintan McAllister and Naomi Scott Hayward. Welcome guys.
Hi.
Hi, yes.
Hello.
Thanks so much for joining me. With COVID, it's just coming out of COVID, we're going to take a look back at what you guys have been up to during the lockdown, coming out of the lockdown, and what's coming up next for Cricket Leinster. So we'll start off with you, Brian. I know that you did some interesting training with your Leinster squads while nobody was able to get it to squad training. Tell us about that.
Yeah, luckily we got our full winter program in, and I think we finished on around the 7th of March. And the idea I came up with was just to send out video footage, YouTube clips to the boys under 17s and under 15 squads. It wasn't just clips; there was questions that challenged the boys in their thinking, and some very good masterclasses by Alan Donald and Mitchell Johnson and Shane Warren and A.B. de Villiers from memory. Started off with 3 or 4, but the feedback was very good. The reaction was excellent. I ended up doing 19 in total. I shared them with the Pembroke squad that I work with as well, which went down well. So different sort of learning, but sometimes you just got to think outside the box, and it got the boys thinking at home, and the parents. Feedback from the parents was very good. It kept them occupied and kept them busy and kept them thinking cricket, even though they couldn't get out and play.
Yeah, brilliant experience for players who want to go on and play at a higher level, looking at and analysing other techniques and things. So something that will prepare them for the future. Really innovative. Speaking of online, Fintan, you did a few online videos coaching for our YouTube channel and Instagram and Twitter, and you're all over the place. How did you find that?
It was great. Now it was something really, really different than what we're used to. Wouldn't be used to going in front of the camera and doing things like that now. But look, everyone was in lockdown and the weather was great at that time of year. So just a few little drills that can keep people going in their back garden with all the equipment that they have there and stuff like that. I'm sure maybe the parents probably appreciated more getting them out the back garden or whatever. But
Coach Fintan says you have to do this, get out there. I like it.
Yes.
Well, the feedback I got from players was really good, so well done. And Naomi, we are on our way back to playing, so we had extensive return to training protocols that Cricket Leinster supported clubs in implementing. Can you tell us about how Cricket Leinster supported the clubs?
Yes, so obviously there's quite a lot of clubs within the Leinster area. I think there's 44 altogether. So all of the development officers, including those here, as well as Herbie Hounahan from Wexford and Jim Stewart from Wicklow, we all got assigned to the different clubs, and we've been helping them through that process. So everybody had to have a COVID safety kind of group, a committee within their club that was set up, and a COVID safety officer that had to go through training, which was provided by Cricket Ireland. And then Cricket Leinster supported a hygiene pack, quite a comprehensive hygiene pack free of charge to the clubs, and then there was signage arranged as well by Cricket Ireland. So it was a kind of a combined effort by the national government body as well as Cricket Leinster as well to support the clubs, because obviously it's been such a hard time for the clubs with lack of fundraising and that sort of thing, and not being able to be open. So I think it was the support of the Patrons Club, which has been a huge support for Cricket Leinster, that allowed that to happen, which was fantastic to see. And I think all of the clubs are pretty much ready to go now. We're ready to go, hoping that the return to play protocols will come out in the next week or so, and we can support them through that then as well. So it's been taxing, but I think everybody's kind of worked together on it.
Yeah, loads of support there for clubs, which is great to see. And Brian, we've Cricket Leinster's had support through patrons, but also through the county councils, which has been really important, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, very much so. We're on a very good standing, certainly in the Dublin area, and we've spread that out to areas like Meath and Wexford and Wicklow of late. But the area I work for is Fingal. They're based in Blanchardstown. They have a staff in the sports office there of 12 or 13, I think. There's a co-funded tennis officer. There's 4 FAI coaches, and there's also rugby guys. So we've been networking together online. We're coming up with all sorts of stuff on Twitter and social media and Instagram. So yeah, a lot of meetings. We had a meeting with the board yesterday, the Fingal Sports Partnership Board. So that's just planning for the autumn and what potentially might be on view then, and what potentially we can deliver. All still a bit up in the air, but you need to plan in any case and have something ready to roll out when we do get back up and running in say schools environments.
And Fintan, yeah, your area, Dublin City, has been really supportive as well.
Yeah, Dublin City. Yeah, no, they've supported us through. There's probably about 20 sports development staff in Dublin City. You know, it's huge, and they've been great supporters of cricket. You've got rugby, soccer, boxing, are the other sports in there, and yeah, they really support our program and have been brilliant to us.
Naomi, South Dublin has been no different.
Yeah, I suppose like it's great that we've been able to go outside of Dublin as well. But my own South Dublin County Council area has been fantastic. I mean, we've really kind of come on board there with the cricket programme from a disability side, as well as within the school programme, and supported the clubs as well, like the likes of Adamstown, who have upgraded their nets recently, with support of them in the parks, as well as Timon Park. They're starting to get new nets in there shortly as well. So really kind of working on that over the last while.
And you just mentioned disability cricket. You're involved with the Lord's Taverners, and they've been a great support as well during the lockdown and in the time since.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we had a quiz night there that that they hosted, which was brilliant. We had over 100 tickets, I think, sold for that. So great support from the cricketing community there, buying all the tickets and supporting the disability programme going forward. We've got a lot of plans there, and some of them have kind of been stopped in their wake at the moment, but we hope to continue them on after we get back. But we did start before the lockdown. We had a lot of sessions in different primary schools, and the kids with additional needs, as well as those with autism in the ASD units. So that was really interesting to do, and that's not just in the South Dublin County Council area, but across Leinster as well. But specifically in my area, we had a primary schools table cricket competition that was going to be taking place just after Easter, and we'd hoped that going forward then that we would support the players to go over to try and get a kind of Leinster squad, kind of Irish squad coming together and playing with the help of the Lord's Taverners Ireland branch to be able to go over and play against some county squads, which would be really exciting for them. First time that we'll do it, and we're hoping that that will come into play probably in 2021. So that'll be really exciting.
Something else to plan for. So that's really exciting for those players. Coming back out of lockdown and return to play almost upon us, Fintan, I know that all of the development officers have been doing some club visits, and they've really been enjoying them.
Yeah, no, the club coaching visits have been brilliant. You know, since we got the return to training protocols, we've all been out doing club visits, and it's just, you know, I suppose the clubs are the backbone of Cricket Leinster, you know, so and keep it going, and just to actually see. We're usually up to different things at this time of the year, out in schools and stuff like that, finishing off the Leprechaun Cup, and getting out to work with the players in their own clubs and actually see the work that goes on in the clubs from all the volunteers. It's just, yeah, it's brilliant to see.
It's amazing to see how clubs come together, isn't it, when there's a crisis, and really does bring a community together. And just on from that, you probably met some players that are going to be taking part in the District Cup, which should be starting soon. And just tell us about what that is and who will be taking part in that.
Yeah, so we have the District Cup. It's broke down into the four different. There's a team from the four different areas. You've got Dublin City, you have Fingal, you've Dunleary, Rathdown, and South Dublin. That's played at under 11s and the under 13 age group. Played in coloured kit, white ball. You know, they're 3-day long tournaments. They're fantastically run. You know, it's a great side, and yeah, we kick off the first one there, the under 13s. Kick that off in about 2 weeks or so, and then we have the under 11s then after that. But yeah, no, it's a great opportunity for the players, and obviously all hoping we can return to play. That'll be kicking off soon enough.
Something really exciting to look forward to, and hopefully it doesn't take too long. And soon the Leinster squads might be taking on some other teams as well. Brian, tell us about what's in store for the boys' underage squads.
Yeah, please God, come August. August looks like being a very busy month for the youth squads. But very simply, we've got 4 games for the under 11s against the NCU. We've got 4 games for the under 13s and 4 for the 15s and 4 for the 17s, all against the NCU. So that's 16 games. Quite ambitious. But fingers crossed we get a bit of good weather, we can get those games in. And before that, we're bringing an under-15 team down to Cork on the 29th of July and an under-17 team down to Cork on the 30th of July. So they'll be good fixtures as well, just to get the lads back out up and running. So yeah, looks very busy. It's going to be very condensed, but as I say, with a bit of good weather, and if things go our way, we can get all those games in, and the boys are certainly looking forward to that.
Yeah, really feel like getting back to normality if we can get some interpros going. There's plans for the girls' side as well, Naomi.
Yeah, absolutely. So to mention the District Cup, we actually started a District Cup last year for the first time with the girls. So that's great support from all the pen councils there. So we're going to go ahead again with that this year. And we aligned it with our HBL, our 100 ball league, and we called it the 50 ball league. So that should be a really good kickstarter for the under 13s. And moving on from that, then we will be working with the other age groups as well, and hopefully we're in the process at the moment this week with finalising some fixtures against the other unions. So that's going to be really exciting because we haven't really done that very much in the past, but obviously we have to try and replace our trips abroad that we would have done. The Malvern festivals have been cancelled this summer, so unfortunately that's not an option for us. So it'll be good to have some domestic cricket and to prepare them all for those matches. We've just started in the clubs this week and doing some one-to-one sessions with all of the under 13, 15 and under 17 girls down in their clubs. So a big shout out and thank you to all the clubs for letting us come in. So we're getting around to them. I haven't got into contact with absolutely everyone yet. 14 clubs to get through, 60 odd players. So it's going to take a bit of time, but we've kickstarted that all this week. And then we'll culminate it all at the very end in August with a really exciting camp that we are going to do in Oak Hill. So some lovely grass wickets for them, which I think is so important for them to be able to play on those sort of facilities, which a lot of them don't. And that'll be for the under 15s and under 17s. We hope to hook in there with the Irish squad players, which a huge amount of them come from the Leinster area. So hopefully there won't be too many travel issues there and that sort of thing. But we're just waiting on the return to play protocols and we'll get started.
Yeah, so a condensed season for all of them, but it kind of reminds me of if they were playing in England, you know, they only get a 6-week summer there. So we're kind of having to make do with a 6-week summer here for our cricket and getting plenty of work in, and that's down to great work from you guys. So well done for getting out there and working so hard and working on your tans and making sure that the Cricket Leinster is doing its best for the players out there. So thanks again, and we'll leave it there for now. So from the Slip Cordon, thank you and good night.
Thanks, Izzy.
Thanks, Izzy. Bye.
Bye.